Cliff swallows build their mud nests up under my portal every summer. Our summers are getting hotter and drier, and dry summers mean not enough insects to feed all the hatchlings in the nest. When that happens, cliff swallows have to choose one young bird to save. To feed that one, they push the others from the nest. Survival of one is survival of the species. All the baby birds on the ground bring snakes. Red racers, gopher snakes, rattlesnakes. The Slim, not the smartest dog I ever had, has been snake bit more times than I can count. And still, you just can't leave those snakes alone. So I pick the hatchlings up off the ground, try to save the ones that survived the fall. Last summer, that was 2. What I do is soak some of Slim's dry food in water till it's soggy, then just shove it in the hatchlings' mouths. It don't take them long to catch on. Soon they are eating everything in front of them. When Hannah was in Santa Fe buying for the cafe, I had her get mealworms from the pet store. It's as close as I know how to get to what the cliff swallows naturally feed on. By late June, they're flying around the house. I wanted them to see what the world looked like before I turned them loose in it. I especially wanted them to know what kind of birds they were. So I got the old bird cage out of the barn, and every morning, after I fed them up on bugs, I'd put them in a cage, hang it up outside under the portal near all the cliff swallow nests. Afternoons, I'd bring them back inside, feed them again, let them fly free around the house to get strong. Come August, they would have to migrate with the other swallows from Kamado to somewhere in Argentina. That's about a 5,000-mile trip for something that weighs less than an ounce. Anyway, when I thought they were ready to let loose, I took the cage up to the ridge behind the house. I took them out, one in each hand. I held my arms out and opened my hands. They fluttered up, found their wings, and flew circles around me, dropping close to land on my shoulder the way they had in the house. But I waved them off, so they kept circling. All the adult swallows from under my portal were lined up on the telephone wire that run to the house, still as a painting, witnesses to my intrusion on the natural order of things. After a few more circles, my cliff swallows flew off to my right, then turned and headed for the Swallow Nation waiting on the telephone line. But before they got there, a sharp-shinned hawk dropped out of an empty sky. There was a puff of feathers, and then only one swallow headed for the wire. Swallows on the line scattered like leaves in a dust devil. The one I had released is somewhere among them. And that was it. Nobody said living on this earth was easy. At least not to me. They didn't.